Welcome, everybody, to another installment of BrickWall Reviews. I'm Dave, and this is the Mandalorian shirt. Although it is not Mandalorian Day, it is Falcon and Winter Soldier Day. I've worked on that, and I dropped the ball on my joke. But it's okay, because I'm still here. So Falcon and Winter Soldier, the latest episode has released today, and last week was episode 3, so we're on episode 4 this week. And I said, I posted last week on social media that I was going to do both episodes back to back. I even think I said it in last week's review that I was going to do 3 and 4 back to back. And I could not have made a better and worse decision because episode 4 is loaded and episode 3 is also loaded with setup for episode 4. So it's good that I'm doing them both at the same time. However, it's a double-edged sword because if I would have just done 3 last week, I wouldn't have to do a double explanation, but I'm going to work through this 15 minutes on each episode. But before I get into it, I want to remind you guys to make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go ahead and smash that like button, that thumbs up down there. Help us go ahead and get these views up. Share the videos. Tell your friends to come through. And always, as always, make sure you, yes, you, our live viewer, is commenting. Comment. Engage with us, talk with us about the show. We love to hear your thoughts and opinions on everything. As you can see, I am here solo dolo today, but hey, we'll never any other way. No, kidding. Sam's on vacation, so I decided to take. I decided to take over. I always take over though, but. So I'm going to be here talking about these 2 episodes, episodes 3 and 4 of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Yes. So jumping right into it, I said I was going to hit 15 minutes, so probably less than that. So episode 3, the reason why I didn't talk about it last week, the reason why I didn't do a video on it is besides me being just a little bit lazy, I also saw an episode when I first saw it and I was like, I don't know what I can say about this episode that's different than what I said about episode 1 and 2, which is I love those episodes. I love what they're doing with the series. I love what they're doing with the show, with the world building, with the genre that they're in, this corner of the MCU. I said it all in the first 2 reviews for the series. So I was watching the 3rd episode. I was like, I don't know what I can say that's different. Like, yeah, things are happening, but at the end of the day, I'm going to end up giving my opinion, saying the same thing. I was like, maybe I should wait to see how this all plays out in future episodes and future installments. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'll just wait until episode 4 comes out because the series is almost over. For those of you who don't know, this is a 6-episode series. So we're at episode 4 right now. We have 2 episodes left to go. And so I'm just like, well, I'll just do 2 and 2. But I think I'm going to retract that statement and go back to doing just 1 a week because things are heating up, and we'll get to that with episode 4 in just a second. So let me go ahead. Now I've given preface to everything. Now I've given my prologue, Snyder Cut style. So we start this episode. It kind of picks up from the end of last week, where not last week. It kind of picks up. Episode 3 kind of picks up a little bit where episode 2 left off, which is when we saw Sam and Bucky in episode 2, they were going to go and talk to Zemo. And John Walker and his sidekick, Lamar, they were going to see if they can find information on the official run, because Sam and Bucky, they got their own methods, and so does John Walker and Lamar. So what happens is they are going to interrogate people, and I'm looking at my notes here, so don't mind me if I keep looking down. So Walker and Hoskins, that's his name, Lamar Hoskins. So Walker and Hoskins, they try to track down Carly. They're trying to track down Carly Magenthal, who's the leader of the what are they called? Flag Smashers. So it's a really nice opening, I suppose. And what happens is that John Walker, he's going in there doing his little key thing, and you can see how he's not so good at it. He goes to interrogate somebody, and the person he interrogates, they speak another language, and it gets interpreted, but he ends up spitting in John Walker's face. And then all of a sudden he flips out, he's like, "Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am?" And like, it was funny. This moment was funny to me because the dude, he's like, "Yes, and I don't care. I was like, damn, nobody respects you, bro. So they're pretty much realizing like, hey, like we don't have any leads here. Like we keep coming up short. You know, we go in, we think we got something, we don't have it at all. So that's when Walker's like, yo, we got to find out where Bucky and Sam are. We got to find out. So that's when we get to what Bucky and Sam are doing. So Bucky and Sam, they're pretty much figuring out how to get to Zemo. Bucky goes in and talks to Zemo. Zemo's just as manipulative as he was in Civil War, although he does clarify that it was nothing personal against Bucky. It was just his mission because he wanted to stop the super soldiers from being created and used because he hates them because of the whole thing that happened in Sokovia. Watch Civil War if you don't know that whole story. Bucky agrees to help Zemo get broken out of prison. And at least there's really fun sequence where, you know how they do in heist movies where they're explaining the plan and then like you see the plan play out like in Ocean's 11, right? That's practically what happens. You can see a little prison break happen as it's being explained how the prison break could happen, hypothetically speaking. And so that's when Zemo enters the scene, and it's revealed to Sam that the explanation of prison break was what actually happened. Like I said, Ocean's 11 type stuff. And so as reluctant as Sam is to help Zemo, he does agree, well, to have Zemo help them with everything. He does agree to let him tag along and give them information that they need to find Carly Magenthal. So it does a really nice callback too with that opening, because this is all in the opening before they do the title card. It does a really cool callback to the end of the Winter Soldier, where Sam is telling Cap, you know, when Cap's trying to find Bucky, and Sam says to Cap, "So when do we get started?" So it's a callback to that because he says that to Zemo. Okay, so when do we get started? So it was a really good callback there. So yeah, that was the prison breakout. Yeah, so and there's a lot of banter between Zemo and Bucky and Sam, and not necessarily banter, but it's a lot of tension there. Because again, like I said, Zemo's the bad guy. He's a manipulative dude. He's a smooth talker. He can talk his way into manipulating the situation. They know that. And Zemo's really pushing his luck. Like he's really put like he'll you know throw little jabs there just to see how far he can get with saying certain things. And they are on him. Like they tell him to shut up, don't talk, get out. Like we will send you back to jail type stuff, right? So we find out in this episode that Zemo is actually rich. He's a Baron, which for comic book people, we already knew, Baron von Zemo. So he gets his comic book name now. Some people consider that a retcon because we didn't know he was rich with the whole Sokovia thing in Civil War. But I mean, hey, I don't care. It's cool. He's rich. So he has like mad cars, butlers, private jets, all that. You name it, he got it. He's a rich dude. So, they have to go to Madripoor, right? And Madripoor is a place, it's like an underground city. You know, like if you know the tough guy there, you good. If you don't know the tough guy, you probably gonna get jumped and killed and no one will care. So they all have to go there in disguises. Sam has to be the smiling tiger. Bucky has to go back into his Winter Soldier persona. And Zemo is just, you know, head honcho Baron Zemo. Yeah, I just Winter Soldier with me. You can touch me, blah, blah, blah. That's how he acts. It's like so cocky with that. But then you find out a lot of people know Zemo, but not always on good terms. So Selby is the person they go to talk to get information on who's making the super soldier serum, because there's new soldier serum being made. I don't know if I mentioned that already. Goes to find out, okay, who's making the serum? Where's it coming from? X, Y, and Z. So they go talk to this person named Selby. She's the owner of the little bar that they go to. And within this entire sequence, there's a really cool action sequence with the Winter Soldier, with Bucky doing his whole Winter Soldier bit, but he has to like fight people in the club. It's crazy. It's really good. They even use the original Winter Soldier score, which sidebar, I do want to mention this before I continue, because I'm going to forget to say if I don't. I have neglected to mention how awesome it is to have this score in the show. It is the score that is by the same guy who did the music for the Captain America movies. I think he did it for Winter Soldier and he did it for Civil War. And he does the music for this show too. And I mean, duh, obviously it carries over the same themes, but just seeing how influential that music is just to the Captain America series and characters alone, like, it's amazing. It's amazing. I don't know if any other character has a, besides Doctor Strange, has a, no, besides Doctor Strange, has a musical theme like Ant-Man. That's who it is. Where every time they come on screen, you'd be doing a disservice not to play at least a part of their score from their film. So I think that's awesome. I love the score in this show. I just had to mention that. So they get the Selby. They start talking. They're trying to get the information. Zemo's coming like he's gonna give Trader and Bucky for the information, and all of a sudden Sam's phone rings. His phone rings is his sister calling, but of course when you're in the tension deal and things like that with gangsters and stuff like that, your phone shouldn't be on. Your phone shouldn't be ringing. If it rings, you gotta put whoever it is on speaker. And if you're undercover and they don't know that you're undercover, you better pray to God you can get them off that phone quick. Because as we see in this episode, Sam wasn't quick enough to get off that phone. She said his name, which leads to them about to get killed until somebody sniped Selby. Yeah, somebody sniped her. And when she got sniped, the minute she got killed, there was a bounty on the heads of Zemo, Sam, and Bucky. And so they're trying to escape the city. And who do they run into? They run into Sharon Carter. Yeah, Sharon Carter, the niece of Peggy Carter, great niece of Peggy Carter. And again, I'm running through this just to give you guys an idea of what's going on, right? So when we meet back up with Sharon Carter, Sharon Carter, is that what I said? Yeah, I said Sharon Carter. We meet up with Sharon Carter. She's pretty much explaining as well. We get another look into how the Avenger life and the superhero life didn't work out for everyone. Of course, we all know Sharon Carter in Civil War, she betrayed the Sokovia Accords, which pretty much has her blackballed and blacklisted. She can't step back into the United States or else she will get arrested. The minute she steps foot on American soil, boom, you're going to jail, bitch. What you thought this was? You're not about to be here. You didn't follow the law. You broke the law. You're a criminal. So she's explaining like, yo, nobody checked on me. It's been like 5, 6, 7 years. Nobody checked on me. Nobody called me. Nobody sent me a birthday card. Nobody even posted a Facebook status about me. Oh, I wonder what one of my old friends who may not be a part of American government anymore is up to. Nothing. Not even a like on a Facebook status. Come on, nothing. But so she has heard about that, and Sam's like, listen, like, I can help you out. And she's like, no, dude, you can't, because the Avengers come on. The Avengers thing, that was trash. Superhero life, that was trash. It did nothing for us but turn us into criminals and fugitives and all types of crazy stuff. Like, it did not work out. And I know it's not working out for you. Like, so there's that whole entire thing there. And to go ahead and keep wrapping up. So we get introduced to, well, not introduced, but we hear about a character called the Power Broker, who I think was mentioned in episode 2, but here in episode 3, their presence. I'm not going to say he or she, because I have a theory about that I'm about to get into just shortly. Their presence is being alluded to heavily. Not alluded to, that's not what I want to say. Their presence is heavily over this entire show. It's looming over the series at this point, because the Power Broker is after Carly Magenthal, who she's using not using the serum, but she's giving serum to people to try to take back what was taken from her and other people once the blip was undone. There's a big story behind that, which I think they might get more into it. But from what I get from it, like, once people came back from the blip, they pretty much gave them back everything they had, I think. And the people who were here during those 5 years, they kind of just got pushed off to the side. Like, hey, man, we can't care about y'all right now. We got trillions of people that just came back to Earth. Y'all got to go because we got to handle them. We care about them more now. So I think that's what it is. That's her beef. And that's the Flag Smashers' beef with everybody. It's just like, yo, you just did us dirty like that. Like, why? So they're trying to get revenge on that. So they do end up finding the guy who made the super soldier serum, right? Because remember, I said there's a new super soldier serum out that was made. So they find the guy, they interrogate him, they ask him questions, and Zemo shoots him in the head. So after that happens, we do get a scene where Zemo puts on his iconic comic book mask. It looks awesome. I got a picture of it in the thumbnail. It was pretty cool. The action scenes on that was cool. It was great. Peggy Carter, not Peggy, Sharon Carter. She's hiding something though, because it's a part where she gets into a car with somebody, and she just seems real suspicious. So I don't know if she's like playing both sides of the fence. Some people think she's the actual power broker and just kind of like playing it low, you know what I'm saying, like alias type stuff. And other people think that maybe she's working for someone even worse, or whatever the case may be, or she might be working undercover for Fury. There's a lot of theories. So 2 episodes left. We're probably going to get an answer to that. I kind of think she's the power broker, though, just based off of how she's reacting to certain things. And I think she's the power broker. But that's my theory. I'm not going to get heavy into it because remember what happened with WandaVision. So wrapping up episode 3, you know, we get to get more of Carly's motivation. You know, she has someone that she looked up to as a mother figure is dying. So that's why she's trying to use the soldier serum, I think. So and that part plays into the next episode. And so Zemo, they, you know, like I said, you're getting information, they're trying to figure out where to go, where to find Carly, where to find the serum, and everything. So this is where we get to the end of the episode, which was awesome as hell. So while they're going into this building, I guess it was a hotel, I think, Bucky goes, hey, you guys go ahead, I'm gonna go take a walk. He sees these little beads on the ground. For those of you who've seen the episode, y'all already know what it is, so I'm gonna cut to the chase. Io from the Dora Milaje shows up at the end of this episode, and she says, I'm here for Zemo. Yes. So when I saw this scene for the first time, I was excited. It was what almost led me to do a review on the episode because it was just such a big moment. But again, like I said, I didn't feel like I had enough to say about episode 3 at the time. So I was just, besides that, I loved it. Like I loved that episode as much as I loved all the other episodes. It was a great episode. And it has 5 stars from me. Again, it still has 5 stars. It's still a 5-star series through and through. So I love that. And when I saw it, it kind of made me sad. I was like, dang, Chadwick Boseman is not here to be a part of this. It was sad. Like I was excited to see that Wakanda and the Wakandans and the Dora Milaje. I was excited to see if those characters were making an appearance in this show. Like that's the last thing I expected. And then I got sad. I was like, oh, but damn, Chadwick Boseman is not here. And it's kind of sad and it's hurtful. But like I said, it is amazing. And now the joy I have over seeing them appear in this series outweighs the sorrow I have from the great Chadwick Boseman no longer being with us. Rest easy, brother. So that's when we get to episode 4. So here's the meaty part, because guys, you guys have to pause. Here's the great part, guys. You guys have to pay attention. A lot happens in episode 4, and I was hyped. I'm like, yo, with 2 episodes left, and we hype right here. We here right now. We here right now. Like I used to say for the Mandalorian, there is nowhere to go but up. And I'm telling you, there's nowhere to go but up for this series. And I usually ask the question, do I think they're going to stick the landing? I'm going to answer that question right now. They are going to stick the landing. I'm going to definitively say that at the end of the series, they are going to stick the landing because I am biased, because the Captain America series has always stuck the landing ever since Winter Soldier. Fight me on it. It's the only MCU series of movies, the only consistent MCU product that has always stuck the landing no matter what. You can be divisive on Endgame, but you know what? No, because Endgame stuck the landing. You know why it stuck the landing? Because a Cap story stuck the landing at the end. You couldn't end the Endgame without showing Cap with Peggy at the end. You couldn't have done that. So you couldn't have ended Civil War how you did without Cap. You couldn't end the Winter Soldier the way you did. They stick the landing. These series, these shows stick. This Captain America series, the Captain America series sticks the landing all the time. So now that I've gone on that little rant and tidbit, and whatever the case may be. Let me get back to the real stuff. Let me get back to the episode. So this episode picks up directly after episode 3, right? So I'm on episode 4 now. So what happens? We start off. We get a flashback of Bucky's time in Wakanda, because remember, he was in Wakanda at the end of the Civil War, trying to get the brainwashing erased and fixed and everything like that. So the Dora Milaje, Io in particular, from the Dora Milaje, is sitting there and she's like, okay, I'm going to say these code words to you. You're not going to react to them at all. Because, you know, the code words turn him into Winter Soldier, Ruthless Killer, and he's go all crazy with that. So Bucky was like, I don't know, man, this might not work. This might not work. So she says the code words for him. It works. And it is such a good character moment, because you see how grateful Bucky is that this worked. He's finally free of this brainwashing, like, amazing. So now we go back to present day, and Io is like, listen, Zemo's out of jail. You let him out of jail. He killed our king, bro. You know we coming for him. I don't know what you like. I don't know what you think this is, brother. Like, but we coming for him. Bucky's like, yo, we just need him for some information. She's like, all right, got 8 hours, bro, and we coming for that ass. Because again, like I say, and it's all ties into Civil War beautifully. Because remember, in Civil War, Zemo was the one who had the plot set up and blew up the embassy, which killed King T'Chaka, right? Who was T'Challa's dad. So killed the then king. So the Wakandans are pissed about that, and they are still pissed about that. Still to this day, angry. So Bucky goes in and tells him, like, hey, listen, you gotta move, because the Wakandans are coming for you, Zemo. They're coming for you. So we don't got that much time. So they go and they they go out and they start to get some answers. They go to try to find out, where's this funeral for remember earlier I mentioned there was a mother figure for Carly. And so they're like, okay, well, where's this funeral being held? Sam's position is, if I can just talk to her, maybe she'll change her mind and maybe we don't have to fight. Maybe no one has to get hurt anymore. She's obviously hurting from something. We can talk to her. We can fix this. We can rectify this, and no problems. No smoke. We don't want no smoke. Zemo was just like, well, I mean, you can't talk to somebody like that. Like, they have super soldier serum. That stuff is just corruption. It's liquid corruption. We can't do that. But Sam pretty much, and Bucky kind of agrees a little bit too, but Sam just convinces them both to be like, yo, listen, we gotta at least try. So yeah, we see them tracking her down, going to trying to figure out where things are. Zemo is still being a little tricky little snake, because he does get information, but he tells the people that he got the information from, yo, don't tell them anything. They're bad people. Don't trust them. So that puts him in a position where you can't kill me, you can't hurt me, because you need me for information. Smart move, but you little snake, Zemo. So and I just want to talk about the important things that happen here too. So obviously they find Carly. They're able to talk to her. Well, Sam is able to talk to her. He goes in there, he talks to her, and he's breaking through to her. But just as that's going on, well, not just because a little earlier, John Walker shows up and is like, hey, what are you guys doing? Zemo's out of jail. He needs to go back. And they're like, hey, look, we got this under control. We know what you're doing. We know what we're doing. So when Sam goes in to talk to her, John Walker's like, well, you got 10 minutes or I'm coming in there. So while Sam's in there talking to her, actually making progress, actually about to break through the girl. So it's a great conversation, really gives you a lot of information on Carly and how she feels, and really helps you understand that, Carly and Sam, they believe the same, they see the same injustices that are going on in the world. But the way Carly's going about it conflicts with the way Sam will go about it. It's like, yo, you're killing people. Like, people are getting hurt out here. Like, I understand what you're standing for, but you can't be out here hurting people like this. So while he's getting through there, John Walker's out there pacing like a mad rabid dog, just like, this isn't right. This isn't right. Like, that's exactly how he was, right? So it's crazy. Because I'm watching this the whole time. I'm like, yo, this dude is like a rabid dog. Like I just said, like he's crazy. So he's like, I gotta go in there. This isn't right. And Bucky's like, yo, chill, dude. And he's like, yo, you're gonna have the blood on my hand. You're a super soldier. It must be nuts. I have to get in there now. So while Sam is like, he's this close, y'all, this close to breaking through. This motherfucker, this Count Captain America walk in there talking about that's it, Carly, you're under arrest. You're going down. And Carly's just like, yo, I can't trust nobody. So, it's this whole entire fight and chase sequence. And what happens is Zemo, because he was handcuffed to something, he ends up getting loose. The minute they show him that he got loose, I said, oh, dang, here he go. What he ends up doing, he shoots Carly, takes the serum, looks at it, and is like, oh, boom, breaks it, destroys it, demolishes it. So breaks every vial except for one. And the one that he doesn't break, I'll let y'all guess who takes it. I'll be quiet real quick and let you take a wild guess as to who picks up that vial of serum. Go ahead, think about it. Mm-hmm. That's a good answer back there. Yeah. Oh, you close. No, it's not Mephisto. Don't come here with Mephisto stuff. You right there. Don't come here with Mephisto. Okay, you guys done guessing? All right, well, if you guessed John Walker took it, you are correct. Bootleg discount Party City Wild Rabbit Dog John Walker took the super soldier serum and puts it in his pocket. Nobody knows he has it at this point, right? So then they all go back to their to a little hotel room, meetup spot, whatever the case may be. They're talking about, how they need to catch up with Carly, had to find a way to stop her, find a way to get through to her. Here comes John Walker busting in the door like he owned the place. All right, Zemo, you gotta go back to jail. Like that's how he is, right? So all of a sudden, they get into the, John Walker starts to try to challenge Falcon, like, hey, bro, what's up? You think you're better than me? I'll put down the shield and serve you these hands right now. What's going on, buddy? So right as that happens, you see a spear, and I saw it on the second time. You actually see her come in and throw the spear. The Dora Milaje are in the house, in one of the baddest, one of the most incredible, one of the most action-packed sequences I have seen from the MCU. Period. Bro. The Wakanda, the Dora Milaje came in there and they meant business. If y'all thought they were badass in Black Panther, oh, no. That ain't nothing compared to what they did. I mean, they was messing them. They was messing John Walker up. And John Walker talked about the Dora Milaje doesn't have jurisdiction here. Io goes, the Dora Milaje has jurisdiction wherever the Dora Milaje are. When she said that, I said, oh, damn, John, just leave the room. Just go home. He makes the fatal mistake. What's that Cusco say in the Emperor's New Groove? No touchy. He touched her on the shoulder trying to be all diplomatic. She turned up on him. From that point on, the Dora Milaje in there tearing him up. They're like, yo, move, get out, because we coming after Zemo. So Sam was like, Bucky, we can't let this happen. Bucky's like, you're doing great. Just keep your head up, bro. And Sam's like, come on, Bucky, you got to help him out. Bucky's like, all right, fine. So he goes to help out, and he's trying to, like, talk them down from, like, whipping his ass and everything, beating John Walker up and whatnot. So, meanwhile, while there's a whole entire fight between the Dora Milaje, Sam, Bucky, John Walker, and Lamar, guess who else was in the room? Zemo. And guess what he does? He slipped out that room so smooth, just was like, I was like, dang, y'all really just gonna let him slip out the room like that, right? Y'all gonna let him slip out the room? So they still fighting and everything. John Walker trying to act all tough with his shield. Man, I mean, y'all just gotta see the sequence. I mean, I can spend all day talking about how amazing that was. To the point where even one of the Dora Milaje members took that damn shield and was like, I'm going to take this with me. If I ain't tell her to leave that shield, she'd have took the shield with her. And that's wild. She's like, leave that here. She was like, next time. So that was amazing. I was hyped that entire scene, as y'all can tell. That was amazing. So after that, we you know what I'm saying? So after that, you know, Carly, she ends up calling Sam's sister, threatening them. Sam has to go meet her alone. Of course, John Walker come and fuck everything up again. But this time, there's something different about John Walker. There's a little scene where they talk about, where John Walker talks about to Lamar about whether or not he would have took the super soldiers to him. It's a really good scene. It's very insightful as to into their past, but also lets you know John Walker is a crazy dude. So they like I said, John Walker, he tracks them. He's trying to get to Carly. And so, you know, you have the Flag Smashers fighting you know what I'm saying, to get away, protect Carly, and Carly trying to kill John Walker. It's a great action sequence. Great action sequence. But I want to get to the ending. I want to get to this big part at the end, and I'm gonna be done. So listen, right? Throughout this entire sequence here, this entire last half of this episode, you know, when they're chasing after Carly and everything, you see John Walker. He's a little stronger. He's a little faster. He jumps a little higher, runs a little faster. I said faster already, didn't I? Yeah, I did. But he also seems like he's going a little crazy too. And by now, you would have guessed, oh, he took that super soldier serum. You would be correct. He took the super soldier serum, and it is taking an effect on him, right? So all is good and well until Lamar gets knocked unconscious. I'm not going to say he's dead. I don't think he's dead. He might be dead, but I'm going to say knocked unconscious until they confirm that he's dead. The minute that happens, the minute Lamar is out unconscious, presumably dead to us audience members, those Flag Smashers run. Sam and Bucky go chase after them. My man John Walker, when I say rabid dog, y'all turned the dog loose, and he went after them hard, crazy, right? He gets up to one of the dudes from the Flag Smashers, throws that shield at him. That shield should be breaking spines because they hit that dude right in the spine, and then like the next frame, he's like turned around facing the other way. That's crazy. I'd have died. But speaking of which, John Walker does the one thing that no one should do with that shield, unless you're fighting solely for justice against robots. And he kills a man with the Captain America shield. It is on camera. It is a wild moment. I'm talking so calmly because I cannot express how crazy that moment was for me. That entire scene, first of all, the way they shot it, the way it was filmed, the way it was edited, the way it was acted, was so tense, so wild, so much of a what the F moment. Only thing I could say was that Bucky and Sam need to get that shield from that man ASAP. Because John Walker has just defiled the name of Captain America. And there we have our ending of the episode. 2 left. 2 left. They're going to stick the landing, y'all. I have thoroughly enjoyed watching this show thus far. Episode 4 is a 5.6, is a 6 star. The rarest of stars you will ever see on BrickWall Reviews is a 6. Episode 4 is a 6 star, the first and probably the only 6 star piece of media, period. Episode 4, I'm going to say it again. Episode 4 of The Falcon and Winter Soldier, for me, for Dave of BrickWall Reviews, is a 6-star. Nothing else will probably ever get a 6-star. It is a 6-star episode. Yes. It was an amazing episode from start to finish. I loved it. Like I said, with the score, with the action, with the way it was just like everything. I loved this episode. And I loved the ending of the episode. And I can only see this series going one way from here. And it is up. If it's up, then it's stuck. If it's up, then it's stuck. I don't know why I did that. But anyway, that's all I have for y'all tonight, though. This episode was great, incredible. Definitely make sure you give it a watch. Like I said, 6 stars. And that's it. I cannot wait till next week. Honestly, I might just go back to 1 a week. Honestly. Because I don't know if episode 5 pop off like that, y'all gonna see me back here next week. But until then, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button down below if you enjoyed my recap and review. Make sure you guys subscribe to keep up with our content and our drops. I'm not going to tell you anything about the next review because I don't know much about it myself. But I am hearing requests to watch the show Them on Amazon Prime, so I will be making sure to check that out. And depending on when Invincible on Amazon Prime ends, I will probably do a serious review on that just on my own terms because I think that's a great series. New Mutants is now streaming on HBO Max. I just felt like I had to say that for anyone who hasn't seen it. I'm about to go watch that right now. So you guys make sure you take it easy. Have a great night. Thank you all for tuning in. This has been Dave from BrickWall Reviews. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and stay safe out there. Until next time, I bid you all adieu. Be easy, be cool, be breezy.